Great new day to all my self-care friends and family. Welcome to the Self-Care Club's Room to Breathe. For those of you who are new here, my name is Shantae, better known as Life Coach 614 here on social media, and I am a Master Certified Self-Care and Boundaries Life Coach. Our mission here at the Self-Care Club is to provide a supportive space for individuals to embrace their healing journeys. We aim to empower our members to turn their struggles into strengths through motivational content, community support, and one-on-one personalized coaching. Our goal here is to inspire a culture of self-care and well-being, guiding our community towards a healthier and more balanced life. Whether you're tuning in on the radio or joining us via the live stream, I'm delighted to have you here with us. If you happen to catch this on the replay, be sure to drop a comment telling us where you're from. Now, before we dive in, let's just go over some basics and set some boundaries for our space. With the support of our admins and moderators in the chat today, we are maintaining a peaceful and safe space for sharing, caring, and embracing our individual paths to self-care. Your engagement in the conversation, such as tapping the screen, sharing the live, definitely helps us immensely. And remember, every gift and membership contribution during the live stream directly supports the Self-Care Club LLC, creating a wave of positive change. Your generosity truly drives our mission forward. Now, for anyone who is interested in additional information about the Self-Care Club, I encourage you to visit selfcareclub.org. Now, let's commit to making this community a beacon of positivity and support for everyone. If you are ready to embark on a new self-care adventure with me today, flood the chat with some green hearts. Thank you, Miss Gloria. I see you. Kale, I see you. Brooks, I see y'all. Okay, we ready. Thank you for the follow, Christy. I appreciate you. I see we ready. Y'all know my whole thing is if we got two or more that agree, honey, we gonna keep it moving. Right, Crystal? Thank you, virtuous one. All right, you guys. So, as I alluded to in the beginning, today marks the beginning of our 45-day challenge, right? The Revive and 45-day challenge. The idea of this challenge is supposed to be a transformative journey over the next 45 weekdays, which will cover us from June to July. July to August. Goodness. And the focus is that all participants are able to, leave feeling a little more empowered and to embrace their healing journey. This challenge aims to help individuals with their struggles, turning their struggles into strength. Thank you so much. Turning your struggle into strength. And for us to begin to foster, personal growth and build our resilience. So we're going to begin each session with a quote of the day. What I did was I took 45 of my favorite quotes and turned them into a lesson for us, right? So today we're going to begin with our quote, and I want you guys to type this in the chat. Don't let the staircase overwhelm you. Just focus on your next step. Don't let the staircase overwhelm you. Just focus on your next step. I feel like that quote is like a whole lesson in itself, right? In life's journey, it's common for us to encounter moments when our ambitions or challenges appear vast, right? It just seems like we've got so far to go, when realistically all we need to do is just kind of focus on the next step ahead, right? And so, the enormity of our goals can sometimes lead to feelings of overwhelm, leave us doubting ourselves, or it can cause us to hesitate, right? Because we start to feel a little bit stuck. And so it's essential for us to remember that every single journey, no matter how big it is, begins with every single step. One step, right? Because forward is forward. And so imagine if you were standing at the bottom of a staircase that stretched endlessly upwards, right? A never-ending flight of stairs. Now, the top would seem so distant, right? The top would seem so unreachable from where we're standing at the bottom. Yet, the closer we look at it, we notice that each individual step is leading us upward, right? It's guiding us upward. And so each step represents a manageable, achievable goal when we take it one at a time, right? And that brings us closer to the top of the stairs. So in life, when you're faced with, a daunting task, right? Or if you're feeling a little low vibrational because you feel like you've got way too much on your plate, you've got too much to handle, you don't know how you're going to get through it, just understand that it's natural to feel overwhelmed by the enormity of, the tasks ahead. But rather than letting this anxiety take over, use the anxiety as a warning. Hey, I need to pause for a second. Anxiety is not our enemy. Anxiety is just kind of like a warning that things are going awry, right? It's our body's way of telling us that something's just not right. And so rather than allowing this, overwhelm to then paralyze us, right? This anxiety to cap our potential, we want to make sure that we shift our focus to the very next step, right? The first step that we have to take. Don't worry about all the stairs in front of you, because all you need to do is take one step at a time, right? So each step forward, no matter how small, represents triumph, right? It represents triumph over inertia and a commitment to growth and development. So by cultivating a mindset that is centered on gradual progress and continuous learning, we're able to then transform our challenges into opportunities for personal growth and fulfillment. Right? So again, when that anxiety kind of starts to set in and take over, don't freak out about it, right? Trust your body, trust the process. The anxiety is just trying to warn you that, hey, it's danger ahead, right? We don't have to immediately jump to red alert, right? It just said, hey, slow down, pause. I need you to recognize what's happening. I need you to check your surroundings, right? I need you to protect yourself. So again, anxiety is not our enemy, all right? And so by making sure that we're doing things to concentrate on what we can do instead of focusing on the things that we can't do, instead of focusing on the things that we have no control over, right? We don't have control over the past. It's done. There's nothing we can do about it. There's no magic button to undo the wrongs of yesterday, right? And I hate to break the news to you, but we ain't got no control over the future either. Still, no magic button. None of these remotes, no matter how much I try, no matter where I point them at, they don't determine my future. Right? But the one thing that I do have full control over is myself right now in this moment. And so by concentrating on what I can do today, right now in this moment to move forward, that allows me to reclaim my sense of control. So when anxiety is warning me that things are off, I need to get back to this moment right here and say, okay, I know that I have a lot on my plate. I know that there's a lot going on, but what can I do right now? Right now, I can start by breathing, right? I got to save myself. So I got to put the mask on me, which means I got to start by breathing. And then I can move forward. Because see, it's really hard to walk and it's really hard to take a step if you're not breathing, right? You start to get a little lightheaded. Things just don't feel right. So I can stop in this moment and I can pause and I can just breathe. Right? Because I'm in control of me. I'm in charge of me. And I know that things aren't going ideally as I planned, but you know what? I got this. I'm in charge of me right now. And so now I'm reclaiming my control. Because see, anxiety is not here to take over. Anxiety is here to remind me it's time for me to take over. Because see, we walk around on autopilot a lot. And every now and again, it's important for the pilot to take the wheel, right? So we can't constantly rely on muscle memory, and we can't constantly float through life on autopilot. We occasionally and very purposely need to take the wheel sometimes, right? And so that's all anxiety is telling us to do, right? So the next time that you find yourself at the foot of this, you know, metaphorical staircase, take a deep breath. Focus on your next step. Not all the steps ahead, right? Not the big goal at the top. Just focus on taking that very next step. And trust in your ability to navigate your path ahead. Remember that success is achieved not by leaps and bounds, but by the steady accumulation of small, intentional actions. Intentional, purposeful, right? We make moves with purpose. We've got a plan for ourselves. Virtuous One says, any advice on how to get over heartbreak? Sorry, something that I've just been struggling with. It's kind of like this staircase, love. Like, I wish we had some button to heal our heart, right? Because our hearts get broken. And the thing with any sort of loss, with any sort of grief that we're coping with, whether it's the loss of a loved one, you know, a relationship, a job, friendship, whatever it is, right? These things break our heart. It is a form of grief, to be honest with you, because we've spent time, energy, right, devoting it to these people, and now, you know, these people, these jobs, whatever this heartbreak is with you, is something that's gone. And so it's still kind of this step vision, in the sense that, number one, I think, let me go back. The first thing that I always do anytime I'm experiencing any sort of loss is I pray for waves, right? When you think of the waves in the water, and you think of how you have a high tide where the tide comes in and then it goes back out, right? So first and foremost, if I'm dealing with like these emotional feelings, these feelings of grief and sadness, perhaps depression, right? I first pray for waves, in a sense that, yes, these waves of emotion are going to flood over me, but just like the sea snatches things back out, I'm able to be cleansed, right? So I pray that I'm not sitting in this space of darkness, because what I don't want to do is sit in the dark for too long, right? It gets too hard. So first and foremost, when I find myself in the dark periods and the sad moments, I imagine myself sitting on the beach. The beach just happens to be my happy place. It happens to be my place of healing, right? So for me, I visualize the beach and I imagine the waves. So much so that if I've got to turn on YouTube and play some ocean waves and watch it, that's what I do. And I envision every single wave that comes in, how it kind of snatches all of that energy back out, right? And so that's first and foremost one of my little tricks that I do to help ground myself and bring myself back into this present moment, right? Because I want to process my feelings and I don't want to invalidate how I feel, because I'm hurt, I'm sad, I'm angry, I'm frustrated, whatever I'm feeling in that moment. I want to make sure that I'm validating my feelings. And then I look at the stairs, you know? So I don't have to solve everything today, right? I just have to take action today to solve whatever this problem is, right? So for me, like, every single thing I do is going to be centered around self-care, right? When we are experiencing a loss and something has been ripped away from us, taken away from us, right? We've got to start to pour more into ourselves, help ourselves to heal some more. So I guess if I was to sum it up, I would tell you to prioritize you, focus more on your self-care, to build yourself back up. Start to tap into some of those things that you enjoy doing that maybe you haven't been doing, and lean on people within your community, right? Because you want to make sure that you are processing your feelings. You don't want to keep those things trapped in. Keep talking about what you need to talk about. Find your safe spaces that where you can process that and get it out. And, just keep taking things one day at a time. So again, I definitely hope that helps. We can definitely talk more offline if you wish. Like I said, just DM me. We can set up some time to, have a deeper conversation where I can maybe personalize things for you, to try to help you as well. So I hope that helps, love. Welcome in, Shan, Sweets McGee. I see you, loves. Blue, I see you. Absolutely, yeah. Just hit me up, and I got you. One step at a time, right? Rome wasn't built in a day, right? We don't have to solve all of life's troubles in one day. We just got to take it one step at a time. And around here, a win is a win. So no matter how big, no matter how small. Blue over there taking 10,000 steps a day. We're going to applaud her. But guess what? If you only take 2 steps today, I'm going to applaud you too. And I'm going to push you to get 3 tomorrow. 5 the next day, right? Because we got goals. We're goal getters. All right. So again, you guys, don't let the staircase of life overwhelm you. Just focus on your next step. Now, I've got a few affirmations here for us. I've got 5 affirmations for us that are definitely geared around this topic to, I guess kind of help keep the momentum flowing, right? Because I know we got this staircase, y'all, and I know it's overwhelming, but we're going to make it. We're going to make it up however many stairs we make it up today. All right? And guess what? Aaliyah said if at first you don't succeed, dust yourself off and try again. So I understand that in life sometimes we take 1 step forward and we fall 2 steps back. Hey, listen, that's 3 steps. I don't really care what people say. That's 3 steps, okay? So just because my path may have taken a little longer, just because I took a detour or the scenic route, doesn't mean that I'm not going to make it to my destination. So I welcome the missteps, right? I'm going to learn from them. So let's get into some affirmations. I trust that taking 1 step at a time will lead me to my goals. I trust that taking 1 step at a time will lead me to my goals. Each small step I take is a victory on my journey of growth and progress. Each small step I take is a victory on my journey of growth and progress. I release the need to have everything figured out and embrace the process of taking 1 step forward. I release the need to have everything figured out and embrace the process of taking 1 step forward. Just 1. I am resilient and capable of overcoming challenges by focusing on the next actionable step. I am resilient and capable of overcoming challenges by focusing on the next actionable step. My path is clear when I focus on the immediate steps needed to move forward. My path is clear when I focus on the immediate steps needed to move forward. Thank you for the follow. So again, you guys, these affirmations emphasize the importance of focusing on the present moment and taking small, manageable action towards our personal growth and achievement. It is not necessary for us to solve everything in one day. It is it is not realistic for us to even plan to solve everything in one day. A lot of times we make lists, right? We make a checklist and it's our to-do list, right? I put a bunch of things on my to-do list not because I really plan to do them all. It is just supposed to act as a guide of things for me to strive to get done. And if I happen to get them all done, so be it. But even if I only finish one thing on the list, I still did what I needed to do today. The to-do list is meant to help me prioritize, put the things in order that I need to get done. So then I'm not feeling overwhelmed, right? So again, don't think that when you're planning your to-do list in life that you have to get it all done. Because we know that what's for us is for us, right? We understand that it's not our will, but the will of God, right? So we're not going to push ourselves to the point of breaking ourselves, right? We're not going to push ourselves so hard that we are now punishing ourselves. We're going to just keep focused on moving forward, whatever that looks like. Great new day, Wanda. Whatever that looks like. Amethyst, welcome in and thank you for the gifts. Poetic Therapy, thank you for the follow. And thank you guys for sharing the live. So when I think about, this path moving forward, right? For us, just kind of focusing on here and now, the present. Us focusing on taking one step ahead, right? My call to action for you today would be to prioritize you, right? Prioritize yourself. Kind of goes back to the answer that I gave for Virtuous One. And every single thing that I do in life, I believe that it starts with self-care. It should start with self-care. And so we've got to begin to prioritize our self-care. We've got to begin to prioritize our well-being, by minding our mental, right? Making sure that we are doing what it takes for us to keep our cups full. And this starts by taking small, meaningful steps towards our well-being, right? Holistically healing, not just focused on one area of our life. We've got to intentionally and purposely begin to pour into ourselves, love on ourselves, right? Show up for ourselves. Yeah, we're going to hold ourselves accountable, but we're also going to show ourselves grace. Because we all fall short. We all make mistakes. So again, we're going to start by taking small, meaningful steps towards our well-being. And, whether that's setting aside time for self-care, pursuing that passion project that you've had on the back burner for a while, seeking support, right? Remember that progress is made one step at a time. Thank you, Wanda. Progress is made one step at a time. So I encourage each and every one of you to embrace your journey and empower yourself to thrive. Take the next step with courage and determination, knowing that you're possible, right? So nothing ahead of you is impossible. The steps that we're looking at, it's not impossible because I'm possible. You're possible. And I promise you, if you take these next steps, just the next one, the one step ahead of you, don't worry about the other 99. We'll get there when we get there. And if I happen to get there before you, I'll be waiting at the top. Right? So take the next step with courage and determination, knowing that what's for you is for you. And can't nobody take it from me, so it doesn't matter how long it takes for me to get there. It's mine. My name is already on it, right? Because God said that was my blessing. So I'll get to it when I get to it. And when I get to it, that's the right time for me to do so. So just focus on the next step that you take. Take that step with courage. Hold your head up. Walk that walk with determination. And I guarantee you, your future self will thank you. Like, I promise you, your future self will thank you. Now, as we start to wrap up for today, I do invite you guys to share any questions or reflections that you have from your experience in today's session. By sharing our thoughts, it allows us to contribute to the growth and improvement of our coaching sessions here, ensuring that we are meeting everybody's needs. And it just helps to kind of provide some valuable insight for everyone involved. So, again, if anyone has any questions or suggestions or even just a reflection from being here in this space today, I am going to set aside the next 10 minutes for us to just talk through it. I'm also going to make it a point for us to do this each week now, so that way we have a little Q&A session where I can definitely acknowledge comments. If I miss saying hello to anyone, please throw some green hearts in the chat. Thank you guys for all of the gifts. Thank you guys for the follow, the taps. We running those taps up, I see. Thank you. Now y'all don't make this Q&A part awkward. It's called question and answer. Y'all gotta put something in the atmosphere. Y'all gotta say how you feeling. Whatever the thought is on your mind, let it out. Let's talk about it. You asked hers already. I know. I was looking and I was like, I ain't finna make her wait till the end. Virtuous One says, but this was really dope. Thank you. I appreciate that. I definitely appreciate that. Northside, y'all right up there. Thank you so much for the loyalty tickets. If anybody else has any loyalty tickets or exclusives, I will take it. Big Dog, thank you for the green hearts. Big Dog, is this your first time in our space? Virtuous One says, just gotta give praises to the Father also, but it was a message I needed to hear. And Brooke said, I'll be sending this to my son, definitely. Absolutely. Well, welcome in, Big Dog. Let me double check if we're friends already. We are not, but we are now. I got you. I got you, fam. Welcome in. Sweets McGee says, have a great day, all. Virtuous One says, and I wish you well on your new journey with your mother-in-law. Thank you so much. Yeah, things are definitely going good. I will say that. This week is just a new process. Typically we had her on the weekends. So having her during the week, like I said, this is the first day for me navigating that with work. But of course, I'm a life coach, right? And so I can pivot things and move things accordingly. And me and my husband are partnered up, right? And so he gets up in the morning and he has my mother-in-law. He gets her breakfast, he gets her meds, her, vitals and everything done that we need to get done. And then the plan is that she's going to come out and hang up here with us in our space for a little bit. We'll just kind of hang out in here until lunch. Thank you, Amethyst. Thank you, thank you. So yeah, we'll kind of navigate it. Okay, cool. Thank you so much, Virtuous One. I will. Thank you, Big Dog. I appreciate that. It's a stepping stone in life. I've definitely dealt with it a lot more than my husband has per se, and so me being on the outside, because it's my mother-in-law, right? So me being a little more on the outside, it's a lot easier for me to cope. Hey, how you doing, JT? It's a little easier for me to kind of cope with the situation. So I definitely just try to be supportive and, lend a hand when I can. Right? I am Groot. Y'all know Groot helps us process our emotions, honey. Okay, cool. I'm definitely gonna check that out, Virtuous One. I appreciate you. Yeah, and like I said, it's just kind of a process, you know. Um, and so today I'm gonna introduce her to coloring. She's been a little fascinated with the painting that I've been working on. Let me show you guys. Um, on my phone. I'm not gonna turn around and get it and all of that, but she's been a little fascinated by the painting that I've been working on here lately. And so today I'm gonna try to introduce her to the adult coloring books. So this is my painting. I'm not yet finished with it, but you guys can see it's come a long way. She getting there, y'all. And so I'm gonna try it on a smaller scale to kind of see how she likes it. Wanda actually, I won a raffle from Wanda last month, and in her raffle, like, Wanda, you just don't understand how it's blessing me already. But inside of this raffle box was an adult coloring book. Then it has like Bible quotes, like affirmations and things. And my mama-in-law, honey, she loved the Lord. And so I really think that this will be something to brighten her day and make her happy. Um, and so yeah, I'm excited by that. Um, and so we're gonna break out some colored pencils. I think those might go a little better than the markers today, so I'm gonna try with the colored pencils first, and see if that's, you know what I'm saying, is something of interest to her. I also have, you know, additional canvases because I'll be painting, y'all. So, you know, maybe we'll get into it one day and actually do the painting, because she's been, you know, excited about that too. So we'll see, because the first time someone took a coloring book to her, y'all, she felt a little disrespected. She felt very disrespected and was like, I'm not a child, you know? And we're like, nah, that's not it. So having her watch me paint here lately, I think, has opened it. And so now she's walking around with one of my small canvases that she wants to do. So we'll see. Um, but yeah, so I definitely appreciate you guys, you know, for being understanding and open to this shift, right? This journey that we're gonna be on. So Southside Mom will be hanging out with us in about 15 minutes. Um, and y'all get to hear how beautiful she is. She's so sweet. So we'll perfect this as the days go on. But I thank you guys in advance for your support and cooperation. Um, I want to take this opportunity to thank each and every one of you for joining in today, not just for me, right, but for yourself. Your presence means the world to me, right? And like I always tell you guys, your presence and your contributions during the live stream are greatly appreciated. Your support directly benefits the Self Care Club LLC, which is my baby, y'all. And that helps to continue to foster positive change. Your generosity fuels our mission, and it's why I'm able to keep showing up doing the things that I do, right? So if anybody is interested in any additional information about the Self Care Club, or if you would like to book your free 30-minute one-on-one personalized coaching session with me, I encourage you to head over to selfcareclub.org. Hey, Chrissy girl. Again, that is selfcareclub.org. We have a lot of free resources. Oh, goodness, that word. Free resources available for everyone. As well as there's some affirmation apparel and other motivational merchandise there for you to purchase to help keep you accountable throughout your day, right? And so I look forward to connecting with each and every one of you again during our next live coaching session. We meet weekdays, so Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And yeah, thank you guys so much. If you have not yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, I encourage you to head over to YouTube, search the @ symbol, and then Life Coach 614. So again, just put the @ symbol and then Life Coach 614. You will find my Room to Breathe channel. I encourage you to subscribe and turn your notifications on so that way you don't miss any of the posts. Our live replays are posted there daily, typically by noon. Cut me a little slack. That might shift a little bit now, y'all, but I'm going to do my best to keep it by noon Eastern. But yeah, you guys can always go back and watch the live replays. Thank you, Coco. And if you guys ever, want to tap into some of the other sessions, things like that, they're there for you. Also on YouTube, at 8 a.m. each day, there is a love note from Coach that goes out. It's about a 1 to 2 minute, message to help you start your day off in a positive way. So again, if you turn your notifications on after you subscribe, you'll get the reminder each morning. So that way when you wake up, you'll have a little positive message from me to get you going. Thank you so much, Coco. I appreciate you, love, and welcome in. All right, so Northside, I'm going to go ahead and shut things down. I've got to kind of shift some things around in here. But I definitely appreciate you. Shout out to my admins and moderators. Thank you guys for being here. Make sure you guys have given me a follow. Anyone who's new, if I haven't already followed you, I will definitely follow you back at the end of the live stream. And I will see you guys again tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Thank you guys. And remember the message today, our quote of the day: don't let the staircase overwhelm you. Just focus on your next steps. All right?